sunny day. My name is Lauren. I'm a third-year medical student. If you're new here, if you're not new, then welcome back. Welcome to the first family medicine vlog. It is my first week, my fourth day. Today is Thursday, and I'm driving into the clinic now. It's currently 7:52. Yesterday was a really busy day, so I actually didn't get a chance to look at my schedule for today. So I don't know how many patients I have this morning. There's another student who's working with the same doctor as me, so we're gonna be alternating back and forth, which is always nice, just to give each of us more time to prep for the patient before we go in and see them, since of course we've never seen them before. I have actually been really enjoying my week so far. I wasn't expecting to like family medicine this much because I just didn't think I was like an outpatient person. Family medicine doctors, I don't actually think they can, not they can't, but I don't really think they usually work in the hospital ever. I'm pretty sure they're solely an outpatient specialty for the most part. I'm sure there are some exceptions. At Temple, the family medicine rotation is completely outpatient. It's 4 weeks long. The schedule has also been pretty chill. I have had mostly half days, and today is actually a half day. So I'm working this morning from 8 to 12-ish, and then I'm probably gonna stay at school and study. I think there's a chance I might go to that cafe that I went to in the last vlog, but we're gonna see. There have been some changes made to my fourth year schedule that have been, they just happened late last night, but honestly, I have words to say about them, but we don't have time to talk about them right now. I will talk about it a little later, but let's go into the clinic and start seeing some patients. I have a lunch bag today. Never brought one in my life, but there's no fridge where I'm going. This is where we work. I am going to see my first patient of the day. It's 11:59. I just got out of clinic and I came to my car because my backpack was so full, and one of the things that was in there was this hoodie because I wanted to change into something comfier to study, and I just came to my car so I could take out like my white coat, drop off my Patagonia. Today was good. I ended up only seeing 2 patients because basically my walk from my car to the clinic this morning, the other student, my friend, texted me and she was like, the 8 o'clock patients were canceled, so we actually start at 9, which would have been great to know because I could have slept in like an extra hour. So I just like went and I did some U-World until the first patient came, and then there were a couple patients that the doctor didn't want us to see because they would have just not been the best student experience. And then of course we were alternating. So the patients were like pretty standard. First one had heart failure, hypertension, diabetes, and then the second one was there because their hypertension medications were causing them side effects and they wanted to switch their medications. And then, kind of a funny story, I'm sitting in the room with the second patient, no mask because it's not required. We're talking about the hypertension medications, and then the patient is like, oh, by the way, 2 weeks ago I bought some meat from ShopRite, and then they sent out an alert saying the person in the deli had hepatitis B and they wanted everyone to be aware. I'm like, okay. I was like, sir, I'm gonna put my mask on now. Don't be offended. I'm gonna put my mask on. He's like, okay. I'm like, you're walking around after a Hep B exposure? Now listen, the doctor, my attending, asked me, do you think he could have Hep B? I was like, 50%. He's like, how is it transmitted? I was like, droplets. Psh. And he's like, looking at me, I'm like, person to person. He's like, okay, that's one of the ways. I was like, I don't know then. And then he told me my homework is to look up all the transmissions of each of the hepatitis. Oh wait, hold on. Hello? No, it's okay. I was just wondering, so are you going to Merb now and I'm meeting you at Merb? I'm still in my car, but I'll come out now. I'm just enjoying the warmth. But no, I'll come over in a minute. Just save me a seat. I'm gonna look up hepatitis B transmission because he kind of made me feel like an idiot, to be honest. Did I just put on my mask for no reason? Hepatitis B, if you don't know, it's like one of those things that you probably are vaccinated against. You should be because you get it when you're a baby. At least that's the guidelines now. I don't think it's gonna load because we're in the car, we'll see. Because it's highly contagious. But I just don't fully remember exactly how you can spread it. But yeah, I don't know. The doctor was like, you're kind of crazy. And I was like, okay. Anyways, I have to look up that, and I have to look up all my patients today and yesterday just had toenail infections, which was fantastic. So that is called onychomycosis. I didn't know this, but if your toenail infection, sorry if this is so gross, skip 20 seconds. If your toenail infection causes your toes, it's said to like, instead of going forward, the toes go to the side. That is called onychographosis. And I didn't know that word. And this doctor today, he pulled off these patients' socks and he's like, what do you see? I was like, well, you know, I see tinea pedis. He's like, I just want to let you know that a lot of people say tinea pedis, just in case you hear it that way. I was like, all right, like tomato, tomato, like so sorry, tinea pedis. And then he's like, what else do you see? I was like, I feel so bad because the patient is sitting right there. And I'm like, dry skin, flaking, you know, it's a very awkward interaction. And then he's like, what about onychographosis? Do you know that word? I was like, I don't know. I don't know the word. Then he's like, yeah, okay, look it up. And I have to look up the treatment for toenail infections as well, fungal infections specifically. But tomorrow I have off because of this great family medicine schedule. Anyways, I don't remember really what else I was supposed to tell you. I don't know if I should talk about my step 2 situation now because the lighting's so bad. So I think I'm gonna tell you it later, having to do with my 4th year schedule. It's lunchtime. I brought, I'll show you, because it's gonna be loud. I'm eating in the main medical, oh my God. Oh my God. The thing on my car that holds up my camera just fell off. My camera seems fine, but that was not great. I brought this for lunch. I got it from Acme. It's a chicken Caesar sandwich wrap. It looks pretty good. To be honest with you, I actually hate wraps, which I know sounds silly because I bought a wrap. Do you ever get personally offended by like certain things that shouldn't offend you? One of the things that I get offended by is wraps. Like I just think, who in their right mind decided to invent a wrap and just like eats wraps and makes wraps? Like there's this food truck that's like a wrap food truck in Philly, and I'm like, why would you ever make a food truck that just sells wraps? I don't know why. But I was like, you know what? This is probably like somewhat healthy, and the chicken Caesar part just sounded good, so I bought it. I'm rambling, sorry. It's been quite the week, to be honest, guys. In the clinic, it's been good. I actually have been really feeling really great about my clinical skills this week. It's not that I usually feel bad about them, but I don't know, this week I really feel like I am really exemplifying that I'm at the end of my 3rd year and I'm about to be a 4th year. Like I just feel I'm covering all my bases. My plans are good. I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing really well clinically, and the doctors, including today's doctor, they've all been telling me my presentations have been really great. They've been so organized. Like I've been chart checking really well, being really thorough. But outside of the clinic, it's just been a week, so yeah, anyways, let's just go and eat and meet up with my friend and get some studying in. I lost focus. It's so quiet down here. I lost focus, so I switched study spots. And now I'm on a different floor, and I never studied down here. Hopefully I can get back on track. I finished U-World. It went pretty well. And now I just have to do Anki, and then I can go home. And I want to go home so bad. So bad. These are all the cards that we have to do today. 57 new, 14 that I already started and haven't finished learning, and 126 review. Let's get started. Happy Friday. You might be wondering, why are you vlogging on Friday, Lauren? You said you had the day off. So yesterday in the afternoon, I received an email saying, hey Lauren, instead of coming into clinic in the afternoon, you can do telemedicine in the morning. And I said, hey, thanks for the email. I didn't think I had any clinical duties tomorrow because my name's not on the schedule. Please let me know. And the response was, sorry for the confusion. You can do telemedicine tomorrow. So, whoa, I'm doing telemedicine today. So happy. I'm the only student who didn't get a day off this week, but it's fine. Life's not fair. No, it's really fine. Silver lining, because I always try to find a silver lining, is I get to stay home, which is lovely. I'm in my pajamas still. I woke up 30 minutes ago, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and here we are. I have texted the attending that I'm working with today asking which patients they want me to see, what the workflow will be. I have never done telemedicine as a medical student, so we'll see what the vibes are. It's also not like Zoom. It is literally just the phone. This is how I'm gonna be looking during this session. There's 11 patients on the schedule. The ages range from like 20s to 60s, I think. Based on our like family medicine guidebook, for telemedicine you usually only see like up to 4, so we'll see how many she wants me to see, but that's the vibe for the day. And yesterday the vlog just ended very abruptly. It took me so long to do that Anki. Like, I was in the last spot that I showed you for hours, and I started to fall asleep and I just like could not focus, and I was like, I'm just gonna go home. And then I told myself, if I go home, I'm not gonna do this Anki, so I need to stay here. So I forced myself to stay, but I didn't leave until like literally like 6:30. So unnecessary. But anyways, I'm gonna go eat breakfast really quickly. It's 7:48. Oh wait, I just got a text. The attending wants me to see 3 patients, the 8:40, the 10:20, the 11:20. And I'm supposed to call them 20 minutes before their visit, and then we're gonna call the patient back together. Let's go eat breakfast really quick and then prep for these patients. Happy Friday. Hello, I still look busted, but finished my first visit, the 8:40. The telephone calling and everything was smoother than I thought it would be. It wasn't that bad. Unfortunately, the patient has a lot of like depression, anxiety, stressful things going on. So we're starting them on an antidepressant and referring them to a therapist. I'm about to call the 10:20. It is 10:03, and this patient is in their 50s. They have asthma, hypertension, history of seizures, hypothyroidism, and hydrocephalus, which is an interesting diagnosis. So we're gonna talk about that. They were recently in the hospital. Not recently, but they were, so we have to talk about that. All of my patients have like been to the ED or been admitted since their last visit. And then the 1120 is in their 60s and they basically just have chronic pain, but they had to go to the ED for like a viral infection. Like they were having nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fevers, all this stuff. So I'm gonna just check in with that, make sure they're fine, and talk about the pain that they have and see where we're at. So let's call the 1020. Thank you. Bye. Who do I look like right now? If you guessed Hagrid, you'd be correct. You'd be real correct. It is time to close out this vlog. I just finished studying for the day, which is always my favorite moment of the day. It is currently 7:50 and I'm about to edit this vlog and then head out to my weekend home, aka Andrew's apartment. But I just wanted to talk about this thing that I've been alluding to, like it's some, I don't know, big dramatic thing, which it kind of is for me, but it doesn't need to be for the vlog, with step 2. So to try to simplify the situation, I'm still in my 4th year lottery. Every time we do one rotation, it takes like 2.5 days. It's honestly not the best process. I don't really know what other schools do, but it is such a complicated, stressful process, and it's still going on. And me, as well as most of the other future 4th year students, have blocked out our first month of 4th year to take step 2. That's just kind of like the thing to do at Temple, and that's what I was gonna do. And I have like a month basically off before I start 4th year, so I was gonna use like all that time to take my time and study for step 2. Well, long story short, because of the lottery, I was forced to put a rotation and like move my vacation, but it would have been dedicated, from my first month of 4th year to my 2nd month, which might not sound like a big deal, but when you're planning something, such a stressful, important event of studying and taking your 2nd licensing exam, it actually is. And one of the things with step dedicated is it can feel so isolating. And now, because of this new schedule, if I take it in my 2nd month of 4th year, I'll feel like everyone else has already taken it and I've been like left behind. I really sucked learning that information this week. So I am going to try to take step 2 in my last month of 3rd year instead of taking it in 4th year. I didn't want to go into dedicated again that soon, but that is just what it's looking like. And if I feel like I need more time, then I will just wait and do it in my 2nd month of 4th year. So dedicated was originally going to be in May, and now it's looking like it's going to be in April. I'm going to a conference in April and I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed in April, so it's going to be like, I don't really know how this is all going to work. So dedicated is coming. Dedicated is coming, guys. I don't want it to, but it is. Everyone says step 1 is way worse than step 2, so we're hoping that things will be better this time and not so horrible. I just wanted to like kind of share that 4th year update and like kind of a channel update, because dedicated diaries Season 2 will be back, and I've been so consistent with posting, but when dedicated comes, like, God knows what will happen. We're gonna try, but like, God knows what will happen. So that is my step 2 kind of dilemma, but not really dilemma, because these are the cards I've been dealt. So like, there's no dilemma because there's nothing I can do about it. So we're just gonna try to make the best of it, and we'll see how April goes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a little insight of what family medicine is like so far. It is interesting, it's cute. It's kind of like what you stereotypically think of when you think of a doctor and like a day-to-day doctor life, and it's been nice so far. I'm gonna close up the vlog now. So if you like the video, please like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'd love to have you, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in the next video. Bye.